Okay, so what I've got here is how I've been performing seated cable rows in my garage gym for quite a while now. And as you can see, this is just a regular ladder propped up against the side of the rack here. That makes it to where you can put your feet against the front there, like you would do the base plate on, or the foot plate on a seated cable row in a normal gym, and makes it feel a lot more like that. It feels really good. Now, this is not an idea I came up with on my own. A good friend of mine, he showed me that he'd been doing something like this in his gym for quite a while. Now, he puts his more through the center of his rack with his cable set up, and I'll see if I can get a clip of how he sets his up. But I've got mine on the side here, as you can see, because that goes in line with my cable system, which I've got up top the surplus strength high cable, and that's just attached to a basic low cable pulley here that I got from Amazon at some point, and it is attached to just a regular ankle strap along this pinpipe safety. Now, the reason I'm doing it that way instead of just attaching it to the bottom here at this carabiner is because you can do it that way and it's fine, but I found that it feels way too low when you clip it down at that position. Up here puts it more in line with where I'm pulling from, even just a little bit higher, and that feels really good for me on the stretch. Now, speaking of the stretch, and I'll just demo a few reps here, that's probably the biggest advantage of doing it with the ladder is if I was just to do this normally, I would probably have to, maybe put my feet up against that cross member and get the pull from there, which would give me hardly any range of motion, especially if I was trying to lean in and get a stretch at all. But with this, and I like to put a foot or two just in place first, then down into position and kick back. But as you can see with this ladder, I can get this huge stretch and then this nice smooth pull through the whole range. And so using the ladder and using something like one of these daisy chains or even just a regular chain to set your attachment to whatever length you want is a perfect combination for getting whatever range of motion, whatever sort of stretch that you're looking for. And again, just feel a lot more comparable to a dedicated machine like you'd see in a regular gym. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I've got, the ladder, the cable system, whatever attachment that you want. And then if you're using the pinpipe safety method, which I recommend, you can set that to any height to really dial in where you want that cable pull to come from. I would just say be careful not to work your way up too high. As you get heavier, that starts to get too high, can start to kind of pull you up out of position. But otherwise, you can pretty much dial it in to how you want it. So that's all I've got for today. Pretty straightforward. Just wanted to show you guys what I think is a pretty clever setup for getting a really good feeling seated cable row here in the home gym. So if you guys try this out, please let me know, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to build up the channel and get more information out to you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.